it's cheap and it's itchy and on the
Yeah, like
line
this.
here and you guys would say me, wow, you so pampered. I say it's not about pampered. That is when the test really comes.
Yeah, like what you said at the beginning, you sacrifice so much.
Correct. So I would tell you guys a true story that is when I start doing my business or investment journey or even my coaching and my YouTube, everything I build at the same time, by the way, right? So exactly, it's no money. It
And
have a period of
no
lower
money.
point in my life that all my 5 credit card, I have to smash everything because I have a child that I need to feed. Okay. And I still remember at that period, I have the first few customer who come, who offer me very cheap to say, oh, I want to learn with you, but I only have this amount. Can you teach with me? But the price I already booked on the website, which is from day one, I tell myself, until customer pay me this price, I will say no with everything. And I tell you that is a never doubt. Everybody will nego you about how much you're worth. Everybody will keep telling you about that. And at that moment, I can say yes and have that like $200, $300. I say no. Even in my bank account at that moment, it's negative.
Yeah.
Okay. I say no to around 9 customer. And I'm willing to give people for free, but someone who pay me money, it have to be the price that I say yes. And it come to my first customer who pay for me $1,200 per hour. That's my first customer. That's where I tell universe, I say, now I know that you test me. And from that point, from the first customer to pay me, that's per hour. And then after that, they pay me straight 10 hour. After that, which is I pay the big sum, right? Because that's what my requirement. Up to now, from that day to now, for the last 4 years, I never coach people less than that amount. And I will fix it. That's why I keep telling you that never reduce the price, because God, universe, will keep test you. Say you tell me you want that, right? I want to see.
I want to see how
Because it's
badly
just
you
one
want.
customer pay you at that amount. And at that moment, when that customer pay me that amount, that's also the period when all my renters start have positive rental income. That is when my business start have customer to pay me the money that I deserve to pay, because I've been add value for their business so long that they didn't return me back the money. Now the business make money, they finally pay me back. The bottom of story I want to say is, you have to stay with your value and stay overwhelmed in the stress situation. And you have to keep say no. Because if you keep say yes, universe will never give you the next step. Because that's what I tell to my boyfriend, the same thing. Because he will be like that
But
circle,
it will be
right?
very hard.
That's why I tell him the same thing. I say, if you keep say yes to dumbass girl and it just look beautiful, God will keep give you the same thing. Okay?
Because you're okay with this, right?
Yeah. So they will never give you someone that you say you want to have in your life. So that's why I come to his life as a test. I'm a nothing that he want, but I'm everything that he love. That's what he told me, right? It means even in his dream, he would never think one day he will be with someone look like me. Because that's what knowledge you have, and that's all you have. You will look at people based on how they look and how they are.
That's what he's used to.
They used to, yeah.
Yeah, he was
and
used to
when
that.
and then when you stay with someone, you change. But also same for business and money, right? At that period, of course, I know what you mean about you desperately want something. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
should
know
I
what
say
you
yes? This it's very tough. Me too. Especially I have a kid in the house. You have to. And then I would tell myself no. I sell everything I have in the house at that moment to just survive month to month, because it might stuff something I buy last time. I'm not even use it. Why do I buy handbag, dress, shoe? That's why I told you all these things to me is useless. At the moment your daughter's sick or hungry or need food, all these things is it's not solve the problem. Okay, so that's why I don't like to wear. I like wear things with quality, but I don't like wear things to tell people like I have a Rolex of $75,000 for what?
Like you wear it because you like it, and there's a purpose to
Correct,
wear it.
yeah.
But it's not for showing
Correct.
people things.
I can buy a quality stuff that I like good material because I'm Taurus,
That's
right?
because
for me.
she likes it to be comfortable. That's
Comfortable.
all.
I like to, but doesn't mean I buy it expensive because the price is not, because I
It's
want to wear the
comfortable.
texture that
It's comfortable.
comfortable on my skin. I'm just
And it fits well.
and if it wear, I
Yeah.
just don't like to wear things that it's cheap and it itchy and on the
Yeah, like
line
this.
here and you guys would say me, wow, you so pampered. I say it's not about pampered. Everybody will have a different thing that make them feel happy, and this is the thing that make me happy: food and wear things that make me super comfortable.
Yes, and fit well. And most importantly,
I only just two things,
it lasts.
and it lasts.
So
Yes,
she doesn't have to think about buying new things.
correct.
Again.
Because I don't like to think
Her
of
clothes can last 10 years,
yeah
15 years. And she's like, oh, then I don't have to think about what to buy next. I agree.
yeah.
I
So
agree.
that's how I see. In terms of overwhelm, I have to deal with that. I prevent that, and the last 10 years is teach me enough of how to prevent myself from overwhelm by preparing myself to like, okay, in this situation I already know exactly what I need to do. Even at that moment your emotional will tell you do something, but I will like, my emotional not going to win my head right now. Because this, if you book your head and your show and first when business run, right, a lot of people come and go, they will leave your business. They don't believe in your vision, they will leave you, right? And as a leader at that moment, I have to work harder than normal people. Besides of make my team believe in my vision, I have to make money for my customer. I have to pay salary for people. It's a combination of stress and overwhelm that you have to deal. And people can feel that you're overwhelmed when they're around you. The overwhelm of the expert want money. So how can you stay calm in that situation? And that's why I say run business, it teach me a lot to overwhelm a lot of things that I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. Right? Like even my boyfriend sometimes come to me, say something that he panic, and I will look at him and say, like that already you panic? Like for him, it's like unbelievably, this girl is so calm.
It's training through it.
Training, it's trained. It's like a year of training.
Many years.
People are easy to get triggered by some small, I tell you, this person talk like this about me in work, tell me what I need to do with my manager. And for me, it's like, okay.
And then
what? What's the purpose of a story?
Yeah.
Like,
is there something that you can do? If not, or if you choose to stay,
then you do it overwhelm about emotional.
Overwhelm my stress, I think. Because like you say, the desperation for money, especially because there are certain living, like you have a kid.
Yeah.
I have no kids. So we're not that bad because right now my income is very, very low. But my husband's income not very high either, and he's under a lot of stress because he's dealing with like 2-3 projects at the same time, and they're all starting at the same time. So the starting part is always the hardest because you're setting up systems by then, you're figuring things out, you're learning things out. There's a huge learning curve. So there is a lot of anxiety, feeling overwhelmed and a little bit helpless. But what I realize is these are our emotions.
Yeah.
Right. What I do is I already know where I want to go, what I need to do to get there.
Yeah.
And so you already plan your steps out, right?
Yeah.
Right. You already done the thinking. So right now all that's left is the doing. And during the process I have to understand that certain times it will be very difficult. So what I do is just look at one step ahead. Because you already done the thinking. This is it. You know you have to do this, to do that, then to do that, and then get there, right? So all you have to do is just have faith in the process. I think this is for me. So I do it because sometimes for me, if I look very far, I'm like, oh my god, I feel so tired and like stressed, and then like
yeah, if you look like that, you
and
will
all
show
that,
up.
right? So I'm like, okay, never mind. I thought about it. So let's just do it one step at a time, and then like for
it's okay.
and then like for the daily things, okay, this is going to sound very strange because when you're overwhelmed, you have a lot of things to do, you feel very stressed, right? You feel like you need to get as much done as possible to reduce that feeling of overwhelm anxiety. But I realized that for me at least, I have to force myself. This is going to sound strange because you are already like, I need to do this, I need to do that, but yet at the same time I tell myself, no, I need to take out time to do my reading, to do my exercise, to do my walks. And it feels strange because I'm like so busy, there are so many things to do, there's
Yeah.
so much anxiety, and yet I have to force myself to do these things which don't seem to be productive.
No, but that is the more important.
Correct. Because what I realized
Because
is
bad thing will pass, good thing also will pass.
yes, correct. In emotions,
Some-
most importantly will
Yeah, sometimes you just stuck there and you would think like you know something, but you not know
Yes,
anything. You get what I
correct.
mean? You think like you already passed through certain thing and you know something, but it's
it will
not.
come back again.
It will come back again if you keep want to deal with the same thing, and that is the entertainment for your drama hook.
Yes.
The truth is you have to move on. And
Yes.
sometimes you just have to let things be, and it will sometimes resolve it by
yes,
itself.
correct.
Sometimes you going and making worse.
Yes, correct. So I realized that if I force myself to, so if I wake up and I do my affirmations, and then after that I do my what do I do? I do my affirmations, then I do my reading, then I do my Korean language lessons. Already, because I have done tasks, right? It helps me to feel in control because I have already learned something today.
Yep.
And because of that feeling of control, it helps to lessen the anxiety, because anxiety comes from the fact that you feel you are not in control.
Mm.
That is why you feel anxious, because you're like, oh, I need to do all this, but I cannot do anything right now.
Mm.
That's why you have the anxiety. So to reduce the anxiety, you need to find things that is within your control. Whether it is, like for me, like I said, I do my affirmations, then I do my Korean language lessons. So that's already like, okay, this is within my control.
Mm.
And the walking and the meditation is simply to help to make your mind clear,
Mm.
so that there is less anxiety,
Mm.
so that you can see clearer and then not make stupid decisions.
Yep.
Because when you're anxious and you're desperate, you make stupid decisions. Share and subscribe, and we will see you guys at the next episode of Spice and Nice.
I am Amanda
And
Spice.
I'm Denise and Nice. Bye.